Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black. I'm your host, ThePikaWu. In the last episode we started our climb up Victory Road, and we're going to be continuing to do so as of today, and we'll probably be making our way up to the Indigo Plateau, Pokemon League, whatever you want to really call it. So I mean, that's going to be a thing. So, I mean, whatever. I suppose it's basically the majority of what we're going to be doing here today anyway, so I guess we can just ramble around about random bullshit, I suppose. Not that I can really think of anything off the top of my head. I can't see this much though, it is really fucking hot. I don't know about anyone else, but it's about 80 something degrees here I think, and yeah, it's kind of unbearable. I woke up and it's just like, holy crap. And by woke up I mean I woke up 4 something I think. And looking at the time on the in the game time here, it was around like 4:30ish maybe that I woke up. So I mean there's that. End of the month, so we kind of don't have any kind of like cold sweets or something to kind of cool off with. I don't have any ice cream, nothing like that. I have a fan sitting right in front of me. I'm not going to turn it on for obvious reasons, because if I do, it's pointing directly at me and then you're going to hear, and I'm pretty sure you don't really want to hear that in, narration. So I'm just going to kind of just sit here and enjoy the 80 some degree weather, because, I'm surprised that there are even kids outside. How can you even bother with this heat? But yeah, like it's summer weather. I guess it's close enough to June to start being like this, but at the same time I really wish it wasn't. I really love spring, and I only love like the first bit and like the mid part of the spring. The late part is when everything starts to become like 80 something degrees. It becomes completely unbearable. I don't know about anyone else that's watching right now, but I really just cannot stand the heat, really. And by that I mean like really hot weather. Like it's just, there's a difference between regular heat, like it's like whatever, and then all of a sudden it just feels like it's 3 times hotter than what it actually is, or something like that. Anyways, obviously 3 times hotter would be way too hot here, because then obviously we would be melting to death. But I mean, it's not like so hot that I can't sleep, but at the same time it's kind of sticky whenever you don't have like fans or things like that cooling you off. And obviously again I can't use fans, because if I do, that whirling sound, man, I kind of wish that I had more quiet fans, or like an air conditioner that wasn't loud or something. That's kind of something fun to kind of cover here as well. I'm not allowed to have an air conditioner in my room. The way that me and my mother are living, we live in HUD housing, which it's kind of like a way to help you, get by, everything, poor people stuff. And the place that we're staying, it forbids you from having air conditioners in any other room of the house other than the living room. And I don't have my computer in the living room. And on top of that, I really wouldn't want it to, because I don't want like people getting nosy about the things that I do on my computer. I'm not particularly worried about my browsing history. I'm more like worried about my Skype calls that I'm in, because they say the dumbest shit like ever, and like people would read it and be like, why are you friends with these people or whatever. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I've known a lot of those people for a very long time, so it's not hard for me to just get along with them. But I mean, at the same time, some of the, like the outsiders that just don't know them well enough, they'd come off as like really fucking weird. But yeah, anyway, like the air conditioning thing is kind of stupid. They also charge you, I think it's like $100 throughout the rest of the year, or it's like $20 something a month. That way you can just pay like, for the summer months, or you can just leave it in for the entire year. My mom likes to spend the $100 to keep it in for the entire year, because like whenever she cooks, sometimes it gets really hot, and obviously heat's not something that we enjoy, so I mean, why not? But I don't know, like, personally I'm not a fan of having it in, like, all year long. That big smidge of flag there was great. Yeah, like, I mean, I use my fans all year long, because my fans are amazing. Okay, that's the downside and the upside to my fans. If I want to use them during the summer while I'm recording to not, you know, roast to death, it's impossible, because again, the whirling sound, you know, is gonna just fuck with my narration completely. But on the upside, that loudness kind of prevents my neighbors from keeping me awake when I'm trying to sleep. Even during the winter, I have my fans on. Usually they're on low though, and I mean, we usually turn the heater on to a decent temperature to kind of balance things out, so that way the fans can get rid of any like unnecessary noise, as well as keeping us at a good, decent temperature. So I mean, it's kind of something that we don't have to worry too much about. So I mean, that's kind of the thing. I usually only use like one fan during the winter though. I have two fans. One's like one of those stand fans, and I have one of these like really small ones that just sits there and just do whatever. Weirdly enough, the small one actually does more work than the big one. I don't really understand that, but whatever. I don't know. And it seems like every year we always get like another fan in the house somehow. She had one of those window fans that you can put in those like stretchy things that can stretch to fit into your window and just pulls in air from the outside and all that other crap. And that was, I think, last year's fan. And then like the one in my room was like the fan that we had from before that. Then she had to get, I think, a second air conditioner or something. I can't really remember. And then because she felt like, you know, me using one fan and not having AC and all that other crap, it was too hot in my room, and so she ended up getting me another fan. So I mean, I don't know, like, the heat's not that big a deal for me, but it's just like, okay, I mean, it's really hot whenever I don't want it to be, and the fans like usually try to help with that. But whenever it gets to be that extent, then it's just like, okay, whatever. But I mean, for the most part, like, okay, it's 80 something degrees right now, I think. And if it were anywhere between like 70, 75, the fans would make things feel rather nice, actually. So I mean, that's kind of a thing. Also, the reason why I'm going through the reason why we're going through these right now is I wanted to see who I wanted to give the XP share to, because you know, level 51 Whimsicott, kind of like high level, and I don't want everything to get left behind. So yeah, I kind of made a mistake in removing the XP share. I could have just given the big root, and it would have taken it off for me and saved me time, but you know, whatever. And then, of course, we're going to be giving the XP share to Samurai. And then, like I said, it would just remove the one item and give it the other, and I didn't do that for some reason. Not to mention, I healed the Excadrill for no reason either, because the nurse doctor dude's like sitting right there, and I completely forgot he was in here. So, yeah. Anyways, as you can see, strength pushed the boulder in, and it's there for good. Don't have to worry about it ever again. And I think out here there's two ways of dropping down. I don't remember what's down there, so we're just not going to go down there. There's probably items or whatever. If you want to check them out, feel free. There's possibly even trainers. This room is pretty peculiar. As you can see, there's a strength boulder over there. That's the boulder that leads straight up to the end of Victory Road. So basically, when you get to the end, you can go there, you can push that boulder in, and you can just go really back and forth through this area all the way out to the end of Victory Road. But there's more to it than that, and we'll get to it whenever we actually get around to that area, because I don't want to just be like, oh hey, yeah, here you go, because it's, you know, moving too fast and less things to talk about. But whatever. I still have a lot to do in regards to like Pokemon right now. There's so much that I need to do. I'm still working on getting a capture card too. I really want to get a capture card so I can do X and Y whenever we're done with Generation 5 entirely. I also want to get a capture card to do Alpha Sapphire whenever that comes out. Well, I'm not going to do it immediately when it comes out. I would like to, just because I know that it would just bring a whole bunch of people to watch my shit. Just because it's like, oh my god, new game, and he actually doesn't play it through, you know, an actual DS in front of a webcam or something. I would hate to have to do that for X and Y too, and I probably won't do it because the quality would just be shit. But not to mention the narration and all that other crap, and the lack of sound and, you know, stuff like that. It would just be bad. Like, let's be real. Recording your actual 3DS is bad. But yeah, I'm still trying to work on getting a capture card. Smash Bros. Comes out, I think, in June or July, something like that. I don't remember if there's even an exact release date for it. That's something I really do want to get. And if I happen to get a capture card, then you know, I would like to actually, like, I'm not sure how the, like, you know, or PvP, I guess is a good way to put it, would be. Like, I don't know if you can go via wireless link with Pokemon and be like, hey, person on my friends list, let's fight. And then just be like, okay. I don't know if that's how that's gonna work, or, you know, like how they're planning on actually, you know, going about that. But I mean, that's something I wouldn't mind having to record for my channel as well. There's also a few other games that I would really like to do. A lot of games, actually. Well, not a lot. Yeah, definitely a few, though. I can think of, let's see here, 1, 2, maybe 3. Excluding, like, X and Y, of course. There's, like, others other than that. Actually, maybe, like, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5? Maybe 5 or so different. Yeah. Outside of Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and all that other crap, as well as Smash Brothers, there are like 4 or 5 other games that I would really like to cover on this channel. At least for the 3DS. I don't have any other like home console systems because, you know, poor. But you know, there's at least a few other games I'd like to do. And once I have a capture card, I'd be able to also stream over on Twitch. I would also be able to do Wi-Fi battles and record them, which would probably be what this channel ends up turning into after I run out of like things that I decide to let's play, of course. But I don't know specifically when that's actually going to happen, so don't worry about me ending my let's plays anytime soon, because yeah, it's not really going to happen all that quickly. Like, I honestly don't want to stop LPing. It's just that I don't have like home console stuff, and I'm sure everyone would get sick of Pokemon after a while. So I mean, I would have to stick to things like the 3DS, stuff like that. Actually, I just thought of another game that I wouldn't mind doing a Let's Play on, but I don't have it in my possession at the moment. Same with, you know, fucking Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and all that other crap. So I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm sure you can think of that I might actually be interested in Let's Playing, and I just don't have access to them at the moment. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and have my capture card by the end of the year. Keyword try, but I mean, poor, try, capture card. There's a lot of complications there. Anyways, this is the end of Victory Road. But as I mentioned, you can get over to this area where there's a boulder, and it'll allow you to, from this point on, go from that one area all the way up to the end of Victory Road. But there's also something else here, and as you can see, one of the Musketeers is here, Terrakion. We will not be catching him today, obviously, because we are literally at 14 minutes, and there's absolutely no way in hell that we can catch him in literally less than a minute. Also, I feel like I should mention that in that area, at the end, or like in the post game, I think it is, you can find Sharon again, and he'll just be standing there, and you can just, you know, battle him because he just sits there. Something similar is applied in X and Y as well with your rival, so I mean, you know, it's kind of a thing as well. Anyways, this is a Pokemon League. Literally, there's only like one NPC to talk to outside of like going to the Pokemon Center, healing, and then buying items, and that would be this guy. The other NPC is the one that lets you actually into the Elite Four to, you know, obviously battle and shit, so I mean, you know, those are all things. So I feel like I should start saying this now. In the next episode, what we're going to be doing is probably catching Terrakion first, and then we'll work on the Elite Four. And then after that, obviously, we would start working on the Elite Four. So yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.